The holiday season is coming around, and maybe you have somebody on your gift list who loves to travel and you're trying to figure out what to get them that they will actually use. In this video, I'll go over some great practical gift ideas for travelers. I'll leave links in the description box below for all of the items that I end up talking about. This video isn't sponsored by anybody, so all of the items that I will talk about are my own, that I purchased with my own money or that were gifted to me by friends or family members and that I use on a regular basis. The links that I'll leave below are affiliate links, so if you end up clicking on one of those links and purchasing the product, it won't cost anything extra to you, but that purchase will help support the channel. So here's what you came for. Probably the most useful item on this list is going to be a good portable battery pack. The one that I carry with me just about anywhere that I go is this Anker PowerCore 20. It's about 40 bucks on Amazon. It's super lightweight. It only weighs about 12.5 ounces, and you can charge 2 electronics at a time using these USB outlets up at the top. What I like about this charger is that the charge lasts for a really long time. So let's say that I'm traveling somewhere and I'm using my phone as my GPS. I don't like plugging my phone into cars that are not my own, so I'll plug my phone into my charger and the charger will last all day and still have plenty of power left over at the end of the day. I'll also take this with me on hikes since I often use my phone to take pictures and listen to audiobooks throughout the hike. So by the end of the day-long hike, my phone is typically dead or dying, so I started bringing this along with me and I no longer have that problem. Just simple things like that. I actually got this as a gift myself. My dad gave it to me because he has one and he uses it all the time. And now I use it all the time too. Another gift that I use all the time is the Camelbak M.U.L.E hydration pack. Why I like the M.U.L.E is because it has the standard Camelbak water bladder that holds 3 liters of water, but it's also a backpack with pockets and compartments. So if I'm going on a hike, this is what I'm taking with me. I don't have to worry about stopping to pull out a water bottle every time I need to take a sip, and I can still carry any gear or snacks that I need to bring. It's super lightweight and it's comfortable. This pack was a gift to me from my sister, and she did an awesome job with this one. The third gift idea is another pack that you've heard me talk about in my travel tips video, and that is the Patagonia black hole duffel. A lot of brands make this sort of bag, a duffel that you can carry like a backpack that has backpack straps and folds into its own pocket to make this efficient to carry pouch. I take this around a lot just as a standard gym bag or sometimes as a weekender bag, but also if I'm traveling somewhere and I think that I'm going to need an extra bag to bring home souvenirs or something, I'll just fold this bag into itself and throw it in my main piece of luggage. Number 4 is a good pair of hiking boots. I didn't use hiking boots for years, but when I got them and started using them on my hikes, I immediately understood why they're important. The main benefits of hiking boots, in my opinion, are the stability that they provide for your ankles. So when you're walking over tricky terrain, you won't twist your ankle if you slip, or at least you won't do so as easily. You won't stub your toe on hard rocks, and you'll have much better traction, especially if the ground is slippery. You can find hiking boots that don't cover your ankles, but I kind of feel like that sort of eliminates one of the boot's main functions, at least for how I wiggle around when I'm walking over rocky terrain. So I don't really recommend those styles. The boots that I use are from a brand called Salomon. They are pretty dirty, I am aware, but that's kind of the point because I use them all the time. Number 5 on the list is the Pacsafe Metrosafe anti-theft backpack. This is the backpack that I carry with me just in my day-to-day life when I'm wandering around downtown and taking the tube or the metro or the subway or the MARTA or the L, wherever you are, whatever you call it. This is what I carry with me. This backpack obviously has your big compartment, your little compartment, a special RFID safe compartment where you can store your passport or really whatever. It's got all your essential pockets, including side pockets for your water bottles. But what's special about this bag is that it's got these lockable zippers and it's made of cut-proof, lightweight steel mesh. So if you close this thing up and somebody tries to finagle their way inside of your bag, you're gonna feel it and they're gonna have a really hard time being discreet about it. So that's why I like this bag. It's a lot safer than your standard drawstring bag that you can easily just slice open. And because of these locking mechanisms, it's a lot more secure than your standard carry backpack. Number 6 is a discreet passport carrier that tucks into your gut in the front of your pants. Personally, when we're talking about passport carriers, I want something that's as discreet as possible. So I don't like those passport carriers that hang around your neck, and I don't want a traditional fanny pack because nope. So this is a great alternative. It's super discreet and it just tucks into the front of my pants. So even if I'm wearing fitted jeans, it'll fit fine and it doesn't create a lot of bulk, so it doesn't make me look like I got a big gut. Number 7 is the Larq water bottle. With this bottle, you put water or tea or coffee or whatever. It's an insulated bottle, so it keeps liquids hot or cold, so it doesn't just have to be water that you put in here. But let's say it's water. You put your water in here and then you press the button on top, and it uses UVC light to sterilize the water. So the UV light will kill the bacteria in the water. The bottle won't filter out sediments from the water, obviously, because there's no filtration system. So the liquid that you put in here does need to be free of sediments. I haven't used it with river water or anything like that, but I have used it with tap water in various countries that I've traveled to, and my gut has held up just fine. But I also think that my gut's pretty indomitable at this point. But I trust it for my regular drinking water. So I feel safe putting this thing under a tap, pushing the button to purify the water and drinking the water, and hopefully not ending up with Giardia. But I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so I can only speak to my use of the bottle, and I'm not gonna make any health claims about it. Another type of bottle, if you don't wanna spend the money on a Larq, is a Kleen Kanteen or a Nalgene bottle. Kleen Kanteens are also made of stainless steel. They're not insulated and they don't use UV light. They're just a regular bottle that stores water in the same hygienic condition as you put it in there. And they're just a solid all-around bottle. You can get it with a leak-proof cap or a sports cap, but the sports cap will leak if you tip it upside down in your bag, so just be warned. The only thing that I don't particularly like about the Kleen Kanteen type of bottle is that the lip is exposed, and that's where I have to put my mouth. So that's kind of germy. The Nalgene bottle is a BPA-free plastic bottle. I carry this one to work with me every day, except for when I go to court, because I think that it would be more of a distraction to a jury than anything else. But at that time, that's when I bring in the Kleen Kanteen or the Larq. The cap has broken off by now, just from use, so I had to paracord something together. But yeah, just 2 simple, solid water bottles. Number 9, we're getting towards the end of it, is a good traveler's backpack. The backpack I have is an Eagle Creek 65-liter pack. It's a good pack. I really like how it has this detachable, smaller pack that can fit things like a tablet, some headphones, and snacks, stuff like that. And you can also use it to be the carry-on size bag that goes under your seat on an airplane, while the larger pack goes in the overhead bin. I also like how it's a front-loading pack rather than opening from the top, which makes for easier packing and binding things inside rather than having to dig through the entire pack to find what you need. Most packs you'll find are going to have waist straps, which I think are a really necessary feature to help distribute the weight of the pack so that you carry a lot of the load with the support of your hips rather than just fully on your back. It's like if you're carrying a child on your back and their little legs are wrapped around your waist, that makes it easier for them to carry because you're essentially carrying the bulk of their weight on your hips rather than if you had a standard backpack and you had that same amount of weight just completely loaded onto your back and you'd have to hunch over to uncomfortably lug it around. Also, this pack is made to fit a woman's frame, which I think just adds to the comfort of the pack just with the way that the straps are designed. I love not having to check my bags if I don't need to because it saves me the hassle of my bags getting lost, and it also saves me from having to go through baggage claim. And backpacks are much more portable than wheeled luggage, which makes it easier to travel on unpaved roads or up stairwells. I got this pack a long time ago, so unfortunately I couldn't find this exact model online anymore, but I did leave in the description box below similar packs that are made by Osprey for both men and women. Osprey is another really popular outdoor company that is known specifically for its backpacks. So if I was going to look for an alternative pack, then Osprey is probably who I would end up going with. And number 10 is a good flashlight, either a handheld flashlight or a headlight like this one, especially if your person is like me and they really love to hike. Hiking mountains is one of my favorite things to do, but for a long time, I never invested in getting myself a proper flashlight, and I will tell you, it is one heck of a bittersweet feeling to make it to the top of a mountain just in time to catch the sunset. But I would do that to myself all the time, and I'd find myself doggone near running down the mountain to still not make it in time before it is literally pitch black dark. My phone battery is probably dying at that point because this was before I also started bringing my Anker battery pack with me, so relying on my phone to be my flashlight is an act of faith in and of itself. After about the 3rd time doing that to myself in the span of 2 months, I went ahead and bought myself a headlamp, and now I take it on every mountain hike that I go. And just because I'm sitting in front of my bookcase, I will go ahead and give you a bonus. If the person you have in mind likes to travel, Traveling is usually a much better experience when you can speak the language of the place that you're traveling to, at least to a survivable level. I could probably do an entire video on language learning resources because I have used a ton of them, but my two favorite that I start out with for any language that I'm learning are M.U.L.E, which is a book-based learning course, and italki.com. M.U.L.E, like I said, is a book-based course. You can find books and audio recordings on Amazon for many of the languages they offer, but not necessarily for all of them. So you may just need to buy the course directly from their website and have them ship it to you from France. You do actually need the audio for this course, so don't just buy the book and think that's going to be enough. It helps to know how to actually pronounce the words. italki.com lets you connect with professional language teachers and native speaking tutors via the website's online video-based classroom. You set the amount that you're willing to spend per hour, and italki will match you with options within your price range. Then you schedule your session for whenever it's convenient for you, and you basically have a personal tutor on demand. If you have a question about something in your target language, then you can post it to the community board and other users will pitch in with an answer. What I like about italki is that I'm able to work with language tutors who speak the language natively, so they're able to help me with my accent and they're able to help me say things more colloquially than the bookish way that a language course may teach me how to say something. All right, so there you have it. I do hope this video was helpful. If it was, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. And if you're watching this video for gift ideas for yourself and you're planning an upcoming trip, then let me know in the comments section where you're planning to go next. I really like to hear about cool places where people travel because it can give me ideas for where I should go myself. As always, I appreciate your time. I do thank you for being here, and I'll see ya.